SMT Nation, we back. Nation, I want to discuss the T-Mobile home internet conundrum. I want to explain something that's going on with one of the SMT Nation supporters and viewers. TJ, shout out to him for sharing this with me. Hopefully you enjoy this video, man. It inspired me to make it. He actually sent this over to me on the X platform. If you guys want to follow me there, there'll be a link down here in the description. My tag will be in there as well, whatever. Please do like and share this video, subscribe if you're new here, and turn on the bell notifications icon to never miss an upload from the SMT. All right, folks, so what's going on here with T-Mobile home internet? Well, it looks like things are getting a little rough, a little patchy. What some people are starting to experience, and TJ's not the only one. I've had several people, tag me on the X platform, and people sending me emails, sharing screenshots of their speed tests and showing me the degradation and experience on the T-Mobile home internet. And what's happening is kind of the way that things are going is I think the service has kind of grown too fast. I think some people are starting to see some of the ramifications and the consequences when you don't properly build to the capacity needs of the usage. The thing that we have to keep in mind for T-Mobile is they've set up their T-Mobile home internet as an excess capacity methodology or philosophy. They don't build tower sites and they don't upgrade tower sites in the attempt to put more people on the home internet. What they're trying to do, and really the emphasis, is to take the excess capacity from what they built for the mobile network. They just take the extra stuff and sell it as a bonus, right? Just a little bit extra revenue and income for them. It's been really nice. They've grown really well. They average between like 400 and like 600,000 net adds a quarter. And I think due to the philosophy and the methodology for which they sell the service, it's starting to rear its ugly head. They're having network troubles in certain places. The model that they've chosen to use for this is subject to this type of situation. What TJ is experiencing is a degraded experience over time. He's had the service for 2 years. I guess he's really enjoyed it. I'm not sure if he's leaving. I'm not sure if he's staying. I don't know. But I can speak to his speed test that I could see that he is all over the place in the testing. I see nice downlink throughput ranging in the 300 megabit range, which is great for downlink. I see all the way down into the 30s. So I see range. How might the experience be different or altered, due to these fluctuations in speeds? I mean, if you're downloading a game, a title that's multiple gigs, yeah, that's a huge difference, right? That's a 10x multiplier. So for sure, there's going to be impacts. Now, where he's really seeing things suffer is the uplink. It is absolutely atrocious. Folks, we are talking DSL speeds. 0.69 on the low end. I'm seeing 1 megabit on most of these tests. There's 2 or 3 megs on some of these other ones. It's just not good. Pretty much everything sub 2 megabits per second, sub 3 megabits per second. Not good. Now, I want to make this very clear because I don't want the interpretation of this video to be misguided or lost. I'm not putting T-Mobile down. What I'm saying is when you sign up for the service with T-Mobile, you have to understand that these types of things can happen with their service. You can sign on and have a great experience for X amount of time, but then over time, other folks begin to also, purchase and use the home internet, and everything is great. But then you get more people signing up, so there's more demand on the network certain times of the day. People's usage habits change over time and they start to increase. So now you're starting to see that extra capacity really doesn't exist anymore. And the first services that get slowed down is the T-Mobile home internet. Mobile users obviously get priority. So these are the types of things that can happen in your experience. And of course, there are folks who have been signing up for T-Mobile home internet at different addresses and then moving them and using them in other places where they technically shouldn't. So all these factors have been kind of in play. Now, if there's any consolation to all this, what I can say is T-Mobile has begun kind of geofencing and geolocking devices, and people are starting to return home internet boxes because, T-Mobile's disabling them because they're not using them where they're supposed to or how they're supposed to. That might help mitigate this a little bit. But I do think that T-Mobile, A, has oversold the service in some instances. I think some of that is happening. Obviously, they don't want to tell customers no, they want to sell. And I don't blame them for that. But I think some of that is going on. And, they haven't really scaled the 10 gig backhaul, the fiber circuits, to scale, in my opinion, in most cases. So that might be in play here. Again, I don't know this location at all. I have no clue. But I've seen this, and more people are coming out and sharing these with me now. And when I make T-Mobile home internet videos, there's more and more people saying they tried it and they ended up returning it. Some say it was good for a while. Now it's not as good. Folks, that's the realization. That's the situation that it is for T-Mobile home internet. It's not a foolproof solution. There are possibilities and outcomes like this that could happen for some people. Now, if you're in rural America and there's not a lot of traffic on the tower and stuff like that, it's probably not an issue. If you're in the urban core, this is possible. Even if you're in suburban and T-Mobile's growing and they're selling a lot of lines, and like all these things can happen. So I think people need to reset their expectations and understand that it is possible that long term, the T-Mobile home internet solution may not play out as well for them as they liked. And I'm not happy to report that. I'm not happy to say that. Obviously, I wish it was a little bit more reliable. I wish there was a more guaranteed capacitive experience, but they haven't really been able to produce that. It's just not in the model for them, So when you sign up for the T-Mobile home internet service, I think the proper way to frame your expectation is, let's see how this works out. Let me try this. If it works, great. If it doesn't, trial time, you just return it. And always keep in the back of your mind, even if you're happy with the service now, it's possible that down the line it may not work long term. And unfortunately, I know some people don't have other options. This becomes one of their only or possibly few options. Maybe they're stuck with DSL or satellite, or Verizon or AT&T haven't really modernized yet in their area, or they don't offer their home internet services. That may be the case, but hopefully that changes and you get more options. Really everybody wants to be on a wireline connection, right? That's the end game. Fixed wireless access can be good, but these are the types of situations I think that are the outliers. Probably 5, 10, maybe 15% of the experiences where it just doesn't work out. And you got to be ready to kind of accept those terms when it comes to the T-Mobile home internet. But keep your eyes and your ears open for options as they come to you. Verizon is upgrading very fast, and AT&T is adding C-band across the nation as well. So not all hope is lost. And keep checking those services for support and see if they offer it to you, and you could try those. But tell me what you guys think about all this. Share with me your T-Mobile home internet experience if you've experienced any of this. If so, what'd you end up doing? How did things play out? Comment down below. You all the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.